Jeffrey Edward Epstein was an American financier, socialite, and convicted sex offender. He began his professional life as a teacher but then switched to the banking and finance sector in various roles, working at Bear Stearns before forming his own firm. He developed an elite social circle and procured many women, including underage girls, who were then sexually abused by Epstein and some of his contacts. In 2005, police in Palm Beach, Florida, began investigating Epstein after a parent complained that he had sexually abused her 14-year-old daughter. Epstein pleaded guilty and was convicted in 2008 by a Florida state court of procuring an underage girl for prostitution and of soliciting a prostitute. He served almost 13 months in custody, but with extensive work release. He was convicted of only these two crimes as part of a controversial plea deal. Federal officials had identified 36 girls, some as young as 14 years old, whom Epstein had allegedly sexually abused. Epstein was arrested again on July 6, 2019, on federal charges for the sex trafficking of minors in Florida and New York. He died in his jail cell on August 10, 2019. The medical examiner ruled the death a suicide. Epstein's lawyers have disputed the ruling, and there has been significant public skepticism about the true cause of his death. Since his death precluded the possibility of pursuing criminal charges, a judge dismissed all criminal charges on August 29, 2019. Epstein had a decades-long association with Ghislaine Maxwell, who has faced persistent allegations of procuring and sexually trafficking underage girls for Epstein, which led to her arrest by the FBI on July 2, 2020. Epstein also maintained a years-long friendship with Prince Andrew, Duke of York, who resigned from royal duties over his ties to Epstein. Epstein was born in 1953 in the New York City borough of Brooklyn to Jewish parents Pauline and Seymour G. Epstein. Epstein started working in September 1974 as a physics and mathematics teacher for teens at the Dalton School on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. Epstein allegedly showed inappropriate behavior toward underage students at the time. He became acquainted with Alan Greenberg, the chief executive officer of Bear Stearns, whose son and daughter were going to the school. In June 1976, Epstein was dismissed from Dalton for poor performance. Greenberg offered him a job at Bear Stearns. Epstein joined Bear Stearns in 1976 as a low-level junior assistant to a floor trader. He swiftly moved up to become an options trader, working in the special products division, and then advised the bank's wealthiest clients. In 1981 he was asked to leave Bear Stearns. In August 1981, Epstein founded his own consulting firm, Intercontinental Assets Group Incorporated, which assisted clients in recovering stolen money from fraudulent brokers and lawyers. Epstein also stated to some people at the time that he was an intelligence agent. During the 1980s, Epstein possessed an Austrian passport that had his photo but a false name. The passport showed his place of residence in Saudi Arabia. In 1987 Epstein was hired as a consultant for Towers Financial Corporation. In 1993, Towers Financial Corporation imploded as one of the biggest Ponzi schemes in American history, losing its investors over $450 million. In court documents, Hoffenberg, who was the founder and CEO of Towers Financial Corporation, claimed that Epstein was intimately involved in the scheme. Epstein left the company by 1989 before it collapsed and was never charged for being involved with the massive investor fraud committed. It is unknown if Epstein acquired any stolen funds from the Towers Ponzi scheme. In 1988, while Epstein was still consulting for Hoffenberg, he founded his own financial management firm, J. Epstein & Company. The company was said by Epstein to have been formed to manage the assets of clients with more than $1 billion in net worth. The only publicly known billionaire client of Epstein was Leslie Wexner, chairman and CEO of L Brands and Victoria's Secret. In July 1991, Wexner granted Epstein full power of attorney over his affairs. Epstein made millions in fees by managing Wexner's financial affairs. In 1996 Epstein changed the name of his firm to the Financial Trust Company and, for tax advantages, based it on the island of St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands. By relocating to the U.S. Virgin Islands, Epstein was able to reduce federal income taxes by 90%. The U.S. Virgin Islands acted as an offshore tax haven, while at the same time offering the advantages of being part of the United States banking system. Even though Jeffrey Epstein was found dead in the prison cell, many of his victims are still fighting to bring his accomplices to justice.